Hi, I'm back on the daily. I love you. Hello. So, a couple of things to mention. Lots of things to mention. I've released the song. Short form content and artistic content of slow nature of like is gone, is dead. And I'm like, I'm checking on the X less, but we're going to have a chat about the X to hopefully not have a chat about the X. My motorbike might be dead, but I'm currently charging a battery. So hopefully this will charge the motorbike back. Well, let's actually just start there. Motorbike is dead. I've recharged it and it's still kind of dead. So I'm going to recharge it again and fingers crossed that we can get it back up and running. That's the motorbike, okay? I have a Harley Davidson. I always wanted a V-rod, a night rod. It looks like a Batmobile, but when I came to it, they said it's really powerful and you need to first have your license for 3 years and do this whole huge rigmarole before I can even get that bike specifically. So then I got another Harley and blah, 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 blah. Well, not blah, 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 blah. I got a Harley. I love it. It's great. But I don't use it as much as I should because, you know, businesses, life, stadium, because while riding a Harley, you're not riding to a stadium. That's the reality of it. Number two, I hope you're well today, by the way, wherever you are. It's nighttime. Number two is, if you've been watching from yesterday, I still haven't completed my deep dive of like what's important to me, write it all out. It's happening tonight, and I realize it's going to happen over the course of the week, but not now yet. So I've realized I've feel drastically better. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know. It almost feels like either there was a grieving point that ended, or it was the bad news from the doctors, or it's been so negative that my brain just snapped and it's like, you're going to be positive. Not sure. Not entirely certain. The important thing. Coming for Kanye. The track has been released. When we say release, it's been submitted for release. So last time I submitted for release, there was still like a bit of a backlog and I was like, it's a bit of a backlog. I'm not sure if it'll pull through. So that's a bit hard. So hopefully it actually pulls through this time. Fingers crossed it pulls through this time without any hesitations, which means anywhere in the next week, it'll actually get launched, which will be like, it's launched. Fingers crossed. It has a chance for virality. It's a diss track against Kanye. It's timely. It's about anti-Semitism. It's about his narcotics use. It's about his wife. It's about his media. It's about me. It's about my ex-girlfriend. It's about me coming up and he can move out of the way. And really, but a playful track at the same time. So I'm very excited for that. You haven't heard it, but by the time, if you're watching this video, it's already live. So go check it out, 100%. It's called Coming for Kanye. CUMMING for Kanye. Fingers crossed. I went super edgy on the cover. I went super edgy on the name, obviously, Coming for Kanye. And it's got a double entendre because the double entendre, I don't know if that's the correct thing, but double meaning. Coming for Kanye because I talk about, having intercourse with Kanye, that I'd let him if he got in on his knees. And that's kind of also a dominance and submissive thing. So between two artists, it's like you sit down. And also I'm coming for Kanye because, Kanye has some of the largest streams on the entire planet. So I'm coming for his spot. So I'm actually coming, but COMING for his spot. And there's a lot of stuff about, Jews and his anti-Semitism and his narcotics use and his girlfriend and what my girlfriend used to compare myself to Kanye and his girlfriend, and she would compare our relationship to their relationship. It was a whole thing. So, it's exciting. It's exciting. I'm nervous. It's got a lot of ego. It's a very exciting track, but that's that. Number four, number two update. I feel better I think majority of the reason why I feel better is I am beginning to feel like, oh, I'm remembering my own power, and I'm realizing that I've just been too frantic everywhere. So what I've realized is my ex-partner is on social media. I built her the system of how to actually go viral all the time, every time. Certainly she did the work, but I worked with her severely to try and even make her get the work done. She very struggles to get the work done, and obviously she did the work. And now, though, the way she went about degrading herself and putting it in a position where she doesn't link her own real personality and lies on social media just to bait basically older men into subscribing to younger, to a younger woman, where she pretends like she was 18, but she talks about a lot of the time when she was 14. Frankly, it's very edgy content, it's very yucky, it's very and if she's gone through some traumatic things with that as well, she's like re-traumatizing herself all the time, so it's really negative. But regardless, we built her this business, and this business has funded her entire substance abuse, entire travels, etc. And I guess I've been here sitting crying over her. I've been loving her, hoping that she's okay. My father's been dying, while she will do a tiny bit of work while still on substances, literally repeat the videos, cash in. She doesn't post anything new on her OF in the last 2 years or something like that. It's all just a bait and switch. It's just a bait. Just pay me money. I don't care. No care about customers. Nothing. Just zero. And then she goes and does whatever she wants to do. So I think internally, if I'm really honest with myself, there's so much FOMO. I'd love to be at a festival dancing right now. I'd love to be at a festival enjoying and embracing music. Like, if I was able to go to a festival or a couple of nights out every so often, surround myself with energy, music, it would lift me up in terms of understanding of what type of music, what type of energy moves people, and I'd feel that, and I'd be able to translate that into my own music. And it's something that I do want to do, and I want to do it now, but I can't do everything now. I can't be like, oh, while I'm not feeling confident about my rig, what happens is I trigger myself. I'll look at her social media, I'll get triggered, and I'll be like, then I'll go do my social media, but it won't be tactical. It'll just be like, and then the doesn't do anything, and then I get upset, and then I'm like, but this business is going down, and my e-commerce business is going down. And basically what I've realized is, in the comparison, or in the pursuit of comparison, I am not doing me entirely. Social media, I run the game. Like, I have many times over gone viral for different topics, know how to do it, there's a focus to it, there's a demure about it, and I just get it done. But it never existed in sort of frantic energy or any of this stuff. I know exactly how to do, how to begin, and it begins like this. I'm going to sit down for 3 hours and I'm going to produce 20 of the best videos possible, or 30 of the best videos possible. Then tomorrow I'll be walking on a treadmill, and then I'll look through those short form content, and I'll only post 10 or 15 of the best ones out of those, because next day I'll realize that some of them just aren't as attention grabbing or emotion feeling. So if that happens, I was like, well, I can't do that. So, that is what happens there. And that isn't really linked to finances, but it's linked to everything. It links to driving traffic to YouTube. It links to driving traffic to my music. It links driving traffic to my book. It links driving traffic to my OF. It links driving traffic to the Andrew V experience. I can't perform on a stadium if no one's heard my music. And if no one's heard my music, I'm not going to perform at a stadium. How do you get people to hear your music? Well, I need to promote my music. How do I promote my music? Well, you can promote the music itself, and there's ways of doing that. But also my music is very personal and very story-like. So really you want somebody to connect with me. So when you connect with me, you'd go to YouTube, right? Well, YouTube's slow. YouTube's like longer form content. And really, you probably already have to know me a little bit or somehow have gone through the grapevine and found me accidentally. But it's not an accident. What probably happened is you saw 5 or 10 seconds of me, which gave you an experience. And out of 100 people that saw 5 to 10 seconds of me, out of 100 of those people, 2 of those people were like, you know what? I'll go check out more. And then they'll go check out either the music, either the YouTube, either the OF, and that's kind of how the traffic builds. So how I see it is you've got this top of the funnel, and top of the funnel is entertain me. It's literally entertain me. It's literally people like, I'm scrolling, just entertain me, entertain me, entertain me. And I forget, like, we're all in 9-to-5 jobs, or we're kids, or we're just struggling, and we're all just like, entertain me, entertain me. I'm competing with huge dopamine, AI content, just entertain me. Here, they don't have time where I go, look at this artwork. It's so slow and so beautiful. That's not the modality that they're in. The modality of entertainment is they're in short, fast, sharp, straight into the brain, straight into the brain, straight into the brain, straight into the brain, straight into the brain. So if I go straight into the brain, straight into the brain, and then it's like, slow, calm, like, let me tell you a story. It doesn't work. And I think the biggest thing about that is it upsets me. It upsets me for humanity. Humanity at a core, where we're at, including myself, we have been hijacked, our brains have been hijacked, and now unless it's delivered to us instantly, within 3 seconds, within 1 second, it's just not, it's not good enough. If it's not delivered within 1 second, it's just not good enough. And there's nothing they can do about it, you know? If it's not delivered quick enough, it's not good enough. Okay, well, shit. And I came to terms with this literally like maybe 15 minutes ago. And I was like, you know what? It has to be either visually extremely appealing, or if I'm talking, it has to be short, sharp, fast, triggering, fast, loud, like it has to be a thing. So I think I need to keep YouTube where YouTube is at, which is here. It's right here. Short form is a completely different beast. It's this completely different animal. It's completely different, just everything. And I need to approach it like a different animal. Cool. All right. Number 6 now. For the first time today, because I'm trying to keep money outside of my music and my creative pursuits. So I try to keep money out of YouTube, and I try to keep money out of music, right? I try to keep money out of it as in not think about money at all and how much it produces, to not have money interfere with here's my authentic self, here's my real self, here's me really doing this real artistic real self. So I try not to have money included in that. So today I was curious and I was like, how much do actually streams pay for? Streams, music streams, and I actually got some numbers around it. I'm a very usually goal-orientated person, as in when I set a number, set a goal, I can be like, I'm going to hit that number, hit that goal, cool. You know, got that number, hit that number. That is what I do. Hit that number. I can hit that number. Whatever I need to do, I can hit that number. So 1 million streams, 1 million listens throughs pays roughly between 4,000 to 6,000 USD dollars. That made me quite excited. Now, majority of people are horrifically pissed off with it. Horrifically, they're like, wow, that's just so low. Like, how do you ever expect, you know, artists to get paid? It's never going to happen. You can't earn a full-time wage. And it's like, whoa. I still remember, for example, TikTok days. It was only a year back. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to get 1 million views per day. Within a couple of weeks, I was getting 1 million views per day. Then I was like, I'm going to up it to 3 million views a day. Cool. Then we upped it to 3 million views a day. Then we were getting 3 million views a day. When I'd numbered, and then that was my low viral period. That wasn't even my high viral period. Okay, so if I can get those sort of views, okay, well, some of those will go towards music, and I'll learn how to create more viral music-wise, and as my music gets better, more creative, then that funnels into music, and then I repeat a lot of songs, and I have them saved in my albums or whatever it is, and it ends up being quite a special experience. So that as a number is actually quite cool, and songs live on for ages. There are many songs that I will listen to 5 years, 6 years later down the track, and still have the same sort of feeling, unless I've killed it too much. Now, if I've killed it too much, it means I've listened to it like 500, 600 times, like 1,000 times, and now the song's dead. Okay, so I was like, all right, cool. That is okay then. That is, I'm happy with that, and that is so possible, and that is so cool. Like, you've got Kanye, who has 2.7 billion streams. So if we go 1 million streams is $5,000, let's say $5,000, that means 100 million streams is, or I think he's got 22 billion streams, don't get me wrong. So, or 1 billion, let's go 1 billion. 1 billion is how many millions? It's 1,000. Is it? It's 1,000 million. So 1,000 times 5. What's 1,000 times 5? 5,000. So every billion pays 5 million. 1,000 times 5,000 is 5 million. So 5 million times 10 is 50, times 20 is 100 million. So 22.7 billion streams is roughly, just from streams alone, it's about $100 million. Okay, cool. That's an income. Like, that is an income. Outside of products, outside of brand deals, outside of everything. So my idea is just music, stadiums, live performances, because I wanna connect with a crowd. I want to connect with my people. That's the reason why I'm doing it. I want to see that. That is peak experience of life, and be able to move an audience. Gorgeous. Like, so that's definitely what I want to do. And then you've got OF, that basically covers everything. It's got books, it's got my spicy content, it's got my life, it's got my behind the scenes, and also allows me to really connect with my really hardcore loyal fans. So I can go live on there, and I can, for example, I'm chatting around, we can go live on there, I can do my pre-releases, early releases there, and that's it. It's a relatively simple-ish life to build to. So I've built this as an idea, not an idea, and YouTube, of course, YouTube every day. But keeping that out of money, like, I'm sure it'll produce money, obviously, because all the loyal people that are interested in my personal journey anyway for themselves will be here. So that'll produce its own money. That's fine. But again, YouTube's not for that. However, likes, comments, subscribes helps, because again, it really helps the algorithm find similar people to you that may enjoy the content, and we build our tribe. So please do that if you haven't. Cool. So that's kind of given me some numbers around that. Now, I am not there yet. Fine. I am not going to get there tomorrow either, or the next day. So what I need to do is I need to build confidence in the stuff that I want now. There's a lot of things that I do want to do, right? So we need to build the e-commerce business to give me freedom, and to also be able to have some more extra money to be able to spend on things like somebody that can master my audio, people that can master my audio, people that can do stuff to the music itself, that can enhance the music career, whether it be through social media, whether it be through everything. Build a team around social media, around music. Okay, so, but the biggest thing is I want freedom right now. I want freedom, and I feel a little trapped. And I feel like with more stimulation, I will get more creative flows happening. So it is important for me to creatively flow and get new stimuli in. Go visit different music scenes. There's a couple of things that I want to tick off the list. I don't think I've ever shared this before, but there are some specific tattoos that I want and some others that are building, but a lot of them, because I get sort of stamps or just individual pieces, I want them to be in very specific styles per piece. And what I would do is if I wanted a specific piece, let's say this is like a crosshatch piece. I don't know if that's a name for it, but a crosshatch or fine lines, I would go find one of the top designers in the world who does fine line tattoos, and I would book in with them. And they could be, for example, in Japan. So I'd book in with them, and then I'd spend a month in Japan, and during that time, I'd also get that tattoo there. So it's like I can roam around the world and get art pieces by some of the finest designers of that specific artistic craft that they work on specifically on the body, which is like, that's quite cool to be able to do. Like, really want to do that. So that would be very exciting to be able to do and to continue to be able to do. So that's one. I think I've wanted a hair transplant. Not for receding hairline necessarily. So I started growing out my hair because I wanted dreadlocks, or maybe like Viking braids, but really it's been dreadlocks. I've wanted them. That's when I started like 6 years ago. And the problem is now that I'm looking at it, I was like, well, if I had hair that started here or wherever, it would just create a more defined like dreadlock look, and I have a lot of hair everywhere else. And I was like, well, if I could get that, why not? So in this self-love thing, in this like I can now do whatever I want, not that I can now do whatever I want, but I've given myself that sort of permission, I guess, just to live life. That's what I'm doing, you know? So that's literally what I'm doing. So that I want to be able to do. I want to be able to go to Los Angeles. I want to be able to go to Amsterdam. I want to be able to go to Colombia. I want to go to music scenes. I want to be able to jump from a festival to a night out I want to be able to move and write this down. I'm talking this all through, but I'm really going to be writing down what is important to me right now, where we're kind of going, and what is going to impact my confidence. Because at the moment, it's almost like it's like a personal confidence game. So if I feel not confident, if I don't have self-love and I'm negative towards myself for some reason, that hurts me. So the only people that I can have around are people that lift me up. The only information that can get in me is things that can lift me up. And I need to address specifically what's keeping me not confident. So if I need to eat better, which my diet is getting done tomorrow, that impacts my confidence. So I get that done, great. If I'm shredded, that impacts my confidence, great. Now that that's done, well, money, I want that sooner, because if I've got a song that's going viral and it's going great, but I've got no money and I'm locked inside of an apartment, well, that's not that great. Not that this is an apartment, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like this, a little offness. It's like, I'm not feeling great because I feel trapped. So it's like, my trapped is, I have money, but I don't have what I call freedom money. I live quite frugally, as in I don't have money that I can just be like, let's just go spend 50 grand next month just because, and not be really stressed about spending it. Cool? So that's kind of where I'm at in that whole department. Just really focus on what makes me confident, not confident, and operate on those things, and how can I operate those quickly. And this big goal is good, it's great, it's really good. Let's not even call it a big goal. It's not important to be a big goal. It doesn't actually have to, don't make it a big deal. Andrew, don't make it a big deal. It's just a stadium. It's just a stadium, couple of billion listens, like whoop-de-doo. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was able to get close to 1 billion views on TikTok, over 3 months, we could do 1 billion streams. We could do more because music also lives on. Not a massive issue. And I'm pretty good with music as well. I pick artists, so I find artists sometimes which is like they may only have 1,000 or 2,000 followers. I've saved them, and I was telling my ex-girlfriend, I was like, this girl right here, she's gonna be famous. This is right there, she's gone straight to the top. Literally 1.5 years later, she's doing concerts, large concerts. Not sure if she's done a stadium, but don't know, like a Coachella stadium or something like that. But yeah, absolutely. Like it was just like my musical is like, that is great. That's going. It's like, it's pretty spot on. Pretty spot on. Not entirely, not in every genre. I don't want to think I'm so high, but I trust my brain that I'll work it out. I'll figure it out when I can give it all that time. So I think what I've been doing, my main problem is I've been doing way too much. I've been doing way too much. Way too much. And in the way too much that I've been doing, my quality of work everywhere has been like not good, not great. My music quality has been pretty good, but it probably could be even higher. My reel quality, my short form content quality low. My e-commerce business quality is quite low. Like, because I've been like, oh, just do this, do a bit of this, do a bit of that, I've just been doing too much. So instead, we are going back to what I know, which is remove everything. When we're talking about removing everything, we're talking, I may sell my car so I cannot drive. So if I need to drive somewhere, I really need to drive somewhere, I'll get an Uber. Sell the car. Do I really need a car? Like, has that got anything to do with what I'm up to? If it doesn't have anything to do with what I'm up to, get rid of it. Literally get rid of it. That is kind of like literally where I'm sitting. So that's just one thing, but the biggest thing is not to add. So with social media specifically, social media has been the thing that's made me go, everywhere. And what happened is I've gone like, with social media outside of YouTube. And because it's been in this like frantic sort of energy and I've been trying to figure it out, it has traction, but not really, like very little traction compared to what it was. It's hurt my self-esteem, it's hurt my confidence. And as she continues doing the same degrading videos and same things that I've taught her, it makes me feel like, she's gonna do that and I'm just stuck here and this is just like, it's bad. It's the whole process is bad because we can't compare ourselves to other people. Like, she may be deeply depressed and she may need to figure this out in 6-7 years where she doesn't have any work ethic. She's been in a business that is not really a business, hasn't treated a single customer well, has no value in the market, no value as a human, and now is 27 and has to face that reality. Maybe in rehab, hopefully not dead, now has to face that reality. You know, she'll have to break up with this ex-boyfriend and face the reality that she avoided dealing with any of the feelings of what happened here. She'll have to face the reality that she is that type of person that will leave a partner after 2 years while dad's dying and not say anything and not be any support. Like, you are literally a shit human. She will have to deal with that at some point. Now, I, for example, and I don't say that to shit on her, kind of a little bit I do. You know, nasty. Like, shit behavior. Like, on a human to human level, for somebody that is classified as intelligent, shit behavior as a human. Shit. Like, borderline, you may have brain damage. Like, that shit. Because in spirit, she's nice. Unless she's a full-blown narcissist, which, if we've discussed, she may be, doesn't matter. Shit. Like, really shit. Cool. It doesn't matter if you've been traumatized. Like, if you've been traumatized, that's made you into a shit human. I can understand why your shit behaviors have come from a shitty past, and I can be understanding. Yet the behaviors, to me, are still shit, no matter what the explanation is. Factual. Point is I can't compare. I cannot compare, and what I build is I build something very different. I build something that then exists without me. I'm building on something that I love to do. I race to do social media. I race to do music. I have to ban myself off music because I'm you just want to do it all day. I want to do it all day. I can't stop singing. I can't stop trying to improve my voice. I can't stop it. So I get excited. My days are always around YouTube. When does the YouTube video get filmed? That is the reality. So anyway, that's where we're at, sort of. Okay. So I can't compare, and in this comparison, I think it's like almost a lottery. It's sending me on good or bad. It's like she'll be feeling really great. She could be even on substances filming videos, and it'll look like she's happy while I'm really sad. And I get really sad on myself, and then I'll try quickly make myself happy, but then it doesn't work. Or then I'll see her really sad, and then I'll be really sad for her, and then I'll be like, oh, she's sad. And I was like, well, obviously that was going to happen as well. Come on, when are you gonna sober up and actually confront your shit? Come on. And then I feel empathetic, and then I get sad, and then I also don't want to win in my life because I'm sad for this other human being. All of this is happening while this human being is probably just thinking about her next bag of Colombian sugar, realistically speaking, or how she's gonna, I don't know, take more substances and check out of life, which is whatever. Her life, her choice, her own grave, her own mental disability. I can't do anything. But I think there's a couple of things that I haven't wanted to address, I think. And I think if we look at it, it's the fact that in my comparison specifically with my ex, I create really triggering moments for myself, which make my work ethic look similar to her work ethic. Well, she doesn't do that much work at all. She only does minimal, 20 minutes every 3 days. But it's making me frantic, and it's making me not have results, and even though I'm doing a lot. So how about you do less, but more targeted, and more targeted towards me? Because when she called me, she's like, no, it's fine. Health doesn't even matter. You're so it doesn't matter. I've left you now, and I'm with people which are 50 and eat Doritos and take LSD and they're loving life and just drink and smoke and are not dealing with their mental trauma. And it's it's fine. Yeah, cool. I can always find myself a group of bums. And not in a bad way. I can always find myself a group of bums. If you're a bum, you're a bum. I've been a bum before. I can say that. I can actually say that. I have been a bum before. I was a bum. When I'm a bum, I'm a bum. If I'm not dealing with my shit, if I'm running away from my problems, if I'm smoking cigarettes, if I'm drinking, if I'm taking substances to run away from my problems, if I'm eating like shit, don't give a shit, just take more substances, let's go, avoid the problems, whatever, just somebody give me money, doesn't matter, whatever it is, keep going, you're a bum. You're a bum. Or if you're even working a 9-to-5 job, you're a bum. Cool. We can always compare ourselves to bums to make ourselves feel better. So she's at the moment jumped into the bum circle, which makes her feel a little better because next to me, she felt like a bum. Cool. So you could have raised the standard, and I was supportive, man. I was supportive, and I also said I love you the way you were because I did. Still do the way that was. But we've got to stop doing this comparing thing. And it's gotten better. It has gotten better. I've got to take my time in terms of here's what do I actually like? What's important for me? Do I want to do tattoos? Do I want to put something there? What am I actually playing for? Okay, what kind of money am I playing for? What's going to be the way to do it? How do we do this? And let's put some numbers around this. Let's put some ideas around this. Let's actually make this into a thing which exists outside of everything else. Like, how do I do that? That's important. Cool. So I will do that. I lost my train of thought. Like, that is where we're at. As an overall, I'm feeling better. I've spoken to a bunch of women as well. I don't think if that helped me better, but in having a lot of women speak to me, I definitely feel like I am at least illuminating an energy that I'm approachable again, and that I'm approachable. That's it. Not that I'm necessarily interested, but you know, that is what it is. So I've covered that. I've covered the X. I've covered where we're going. I've covered why I feel better. I've covered... I did gym today. I say that like it's... I went to the gym today. Andrew, you go to the gym every day bar like 120 days in the last 7-8 years. 6 years. So anyway, I went to the gym today. Did legs and shoulders. It was great. Hit a few PBs, which is great. And I've got another thing as well. I'm thinking of with social media to stop responding to messages or comments or all of this sort of stuff. Like, as this machine and this thing becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, I can't be in the comments. I can't be in the what people think. I just got to move away and be like, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do away from all of this. So that's really where we're at. It still is going to come down to the healthier I feel and treat my body, the better I'll feel. Number 2, the healthier and better I feel, finances will increase over time naturally, but also put a very intense focus around it, and then just dance your way to the top. Dance your way to the top. Like, that's just the reality of it. Just keep dancing your way to the top. That's it. Overall feeling not bad, and how I'm doing it is I'm focusing on feeling good. Like, I'm like, what will make me feel good? Put on some music. That's vibey. Have a dance. Like, that's making me feel good. So do stuff that makes me feel better. I'm not overeating or anything like that, and it's mostly unprocessed food. It's just like with carbohydrates, it's probably a little bit of a deficit, or maybe not a little bit of a deficit. So I'm at least we're not gaining, and I'm having a look at my body and I'm looking at it and it's like, it's actually not that bad. Like, it's not in a horrible place. Like, where it exists and I'm looking at it, it's like, it's actually not in a place where it's like, it's all over. Cool. It's not in a place it's all over. We don't know how far off we are, but we feel quite muscular. Like, over the last 2 months, I would have put on quite a bit of muscle just from, well, we've been eating more or less in a surplus-ish, maybe a slight surplus-ish, and we've been training a lot. And any muscle that we did lose from before as well during our intense cut, we've kind of rebuilt. So it's like, okay, cool. So it's just making sure that I do the right strategy right now, not do something too intense for too long. We don't mind doing something intense-ish for a little bit, and then drop the intensity a little bit. But we're feeling pretty good. So that's where we're at. And one last thing, I have thought about going on a speed date. I've never been speed dating. Why not? There's one local, go speed dating. Why not? You know, give it a go. Why not give some speed dating a go? I could give it a go, see how it goes. So why don't I do that? My brain goes, nah, like, the people, like, I understand, I'm not even looking to date maybe, but maybe I'm looking to just connect with a bunch of new humans and have real conversations. If that serves me, then that's great, and that'll stimulate me and bring me more feeling and excitement and energy, and great, so do that. I'm definitely feeling people give me energy, but then I just keep going to the people and stop doing the other stuff, which doesn't give me the energy. So people give me energy, and it's about holding that balance, but at times there needs to be lock-in times, which right now it's going to be lock-in times, while still trying to put people in there as well. This has been a long video. Point is we are feeling better in a non-frantic way. So I would like to continue to make ideas and thoughts and conclusions and things that we're moving forward on without being frantic about it. Being more controlled, precise about it. What are we going to do next? We're going to do this next. What are we going to do next? We're going to do this next. Okay, why are we doing that? Well, here's the bigger picture. I've mapped it out. Here is why we're doing all that. So, as an overall, that is where I sit. I love you very much. Thank you for being here. Check out the music. Check out the OF. Subscribe to the YouTube. I love you. Have the best day wherever you are. Peace.